There's no vindication for me because for 4 years I've been screaming not just Diddy, but Diddy and Jay Z are monsters. And the victim making machine kept going on.
Of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally.
The news that the FBI recently conducted searches at the lavish mansion of Jay Z and Beyoncé has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, leaving fans and critics alike buzzing with speculation. What were they looking for? What could they have found? And most importantly, is this just the beginning of a much larger legal storm brewing against one of the most powerful couples in entertainment? These are the questions swirling around as the drama unfolds. The parallels to seeing Diddy Combs' situation earlier this year are striking, and many are already predicting a similar trajectory for Jay Z, including the possibility of an arrest in the coming months. Let's dive into what's happening and why this story is far more than just a random investigation.
Part of the indictment, that's somewhat like a blackmail. He was blackmailing people to be in the freak-offs. So that's federal. That could be that's a federal charge. He can't blackmail people to say, yo, listen here, you did it once and you're gonna do it again. That ain't gonna make it with the government or nobody.
The scene at Jay Z and Beyoncé's mansion was, by all accounts, calm and cooperative, unlike the dramatic raids that have made headlines in the past. Complete with battering rams and swarms of agents, this search was relatively low-key. Sources close to the situation report that the couple agreed to cooperate fully, ensuring that the process went smoothly without unnecessary public spectacle. But make no mistake, the quiet nature of the search does not diminish its significance. The FBI doesn't just show up unannounced at the home of billionaires unless there's something serious going on behind the scenes. What makes this even more intriguing is the timing. Just months ago, we saw a similar situation unfold with Diddy. Federal agents descended on his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, confiscating everything from electronic devices to personal documents. At the time, the public was left guessing about what the authorities were looking for, but as the months passed, the picture became clearer. By September, Diddy found himself behind bars, facing a mountain of accusations that seemed to go by the day. Could Jay Z be on a similar path? Some observers believe it's not a matter of if, but when.
I'm not surprised with the decision. I'm surprised that Judge Subramanian entertained it. He held a 2-hour hearing, which we were covering live, and he issued a 5-page written order. Most other judges, including the 2 previous judges, to consider this issue, summarily denied the bail motion. I think a lot of it stems from Judge Subramanian being a newer judge. This is a Biden appointee. He has a civil background.
The heart of the legal troubles surrounding Jay Z is, of course, the lawsuit that has recently dominated headlines, filed by an anonymous accuser. The suit alleges that Jay Z was involved in a deeply troubling incident at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards. The accuser's claims are as detailed as they are disturbing, painting a picture of events that, if true, could have devastating consequences for Jay Z's career and legacy. Adding to the gravity of the situation is the fact that, seeing Diddy, Combs is also named in the suit, creating a web of allegations that could potentially implicate some of the biggest names in the music industry.
Interesting, because obviously this civil suit was coming for a while.
Yep.
And there was some talk between Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers. I think both Busby and Jay-Z's lawyers are really alphas. So
Jay-Z's legal team has been quick to respond, with his attorney Alex Spiro going on the offensive. In a press event held at Roc Nation's New York offices, Spiro meticulously dissected the accuser's story, pointing out what he described as glaring inconsistencies. For example, the accuser claimed to have been picked up by her father after the alleged incident, but when reporters tracked him down, he reportedly stated that he had no memory of making such a trip. Spiro also highlighted logistical impossibilities in the timeline of events, such as the accuser's description of being driven to a party at a house that doesn't match any property Jay Z or Diddy owned at the time. It doesn't check out, Spiro said confidently during his presentation. This never happened. But while Spiro's rebuttal may have convinced some of Jay Z's fans, the bigger question remains: why did the FBI feel compelled to search the couple's home? According to insiders, the search may have been connected to the ongoing investigation into Diddy, whose legal troubles have only intensified since his arrest earlier this year. Some speculate that the authorities are building a broader case that could implicate multiple figures in the entertainment industry. And with Jay Z's name now tied to the lawsuit, it's not hard to imagine why he might be under federal scrutiny.
I agree, and the risk of flight was always going to be a tough argument for the government because obviously Combs voluntarily came to New York. He surrendered his passports through his lawyer. He could have fled after the March raids of his Miami and Los Angeles homes. but he didn't. He has access to 2 private jets. I think it was a tougher argument. I know the government made the argument, but clearly the best argument was the dangerousness and the witness tampering. They had much more evidence.
The comparisons to Diddy's situation are hard to ignore. When federal agents raided his properties back in March, many assumed it was just another chapter in the long history of legal controversies surrounding the Bad Boy Records mogul. Few could have predicted the full scope of what would come next. Over the following months, more and more allegations surfaced, painting a picture of a man whose actions had allegedly gone unchecked for years. By September, Diddy was not only facing multiple lawsuits, but also a federal criminal case that could potentially put him behind bars for decades. Could Jay Z's story follow a similar arc? The timelines certainly seem to align, with some observers predicting that we could see concrete legal action against Jay Z as early as mid-2024.
As far as, is he going to turn people in? Is he going to cooperate? If the federal government wants him to cooperate and they're going to cut his time, because right now he's looking at 15 to life. With all the charges he had to, he won't get out till 70 years old. He about 70. That's when they start talking about letting him come to a halfway house.
Of course, Jay Z's team is doing everything in its power to distance him from Diddy and the allegations. Spiro has gone out of his way to emphasize that Jay Z had no personal involvement with Diddy beyond a professional relationship. Mr. Carter has nothing to do with Mr. Combs' case or Mr. Combs, Spiro stated during his press event. They knew each other professionally for a number of years. Just like in all professions, people know each other. He went on to describe the claims against Jay Z as nothing more than a money grab, accusing the accuser's attorney, Tony Busby, of exploiting the situation for financial gain. This lawyer took advantage of this, Spiro said. That's what's going on here. But despite these efforts, the court of public opinion remains divided. For every fan who believes in Jay Z's innocence, there are others who point to his long history of controversies and rumors as evidence that he may not be as squeaky clean as he claims. And then there's the lingering question of what, if anything, the FBI found during their search. Could they have uncovered evidence that supports the accuser's claims? Or perhaps something entirely unrelated that could still have serious legal implications for Jay Z? At this point, it's anyone's guess.
You know, even if the accusations are false, there's 2 ways to go about these cases. Either one, you do the economic analysis, right? What is this going to cost me? Where is it going? How much am I going to lose? All these different things, even if it's false, right? How much are the attorneys going to cost me?
Adding another layer of intrigue is Beyoncé's role in all of this. As one half of the most powerful couple in music, Beyoncé has always been fiercely protective of her family's image. So far, she has remained publicly silent about the allegations against her husband, but sources close to the singer say she is deeply upset by the situation. According to one insider, Beyoncé has been leaning heavily on her close friends and family for support, while also trying to shield their children from the fallout. She is moving forward with her life, the source said. She won't let this bring her image down. But behind the scenes, there are whispers that Beyoncé may be more involved in the situation than she's letting on. Some speculate that her influence could play a key role in shaping Jay Z's legal strategy, while others believe she may even have information that could help clear his name. Whatever the case may be, it's clear that Beyoncé's presence adds a whole new dimension to this unfolding drama. As the dust settles from the FBI's search, one thing is clear. This story is far from over. The parallels to Diddy's case are undeniable, and the possibility of an arrest looms large. For now, all eyes are on Jay Z and his legal team as they prepare for what promises to be a long and grueling battle. Will they be able to clear his name, or is this just the beginning of a much larger scandal that could shake the music industry to its core? Only time will tell.
We have some breaking news that we want to bring to you. It was being reported by TMZ and now Fox News. We are learning that Jay Z is accused of being a 13-year-old girl. That is new in the Diddy lawsuit.
As the story surrounding Jay Z's legal troubles continues to develop, one thing has become crystal clear. This isn't just your average celebrity scandal. With the recent FBI searches at his home and the mounting accusations against him, the pressure is on for Jay Z and his legal team to clear his name. But how do you fight claims this explosive? And with so much speculation swirling about his alleged involvement in past controversies, including some of the most infamous conspiracy theories in the music industry, can Jay Z truly distance himself from his past? Let's explore the strategies his legal team is using, the rumors they can't seem to shake, and how Beyoncé is playing a significant role in this high-stakes battle.
Lawsuits are like playing poker. Like you want to, even when you feign, that you have strength, it could be that you have some weakness in your case. So Busby's never going to say that he doesn't have the evidence. I mean, Busby's always going to say he's got the evidence. He's always going to say, oh, we're going to look at multiple other people. We're going to do all this, because he wants to put that fear into that individual. Because
First, let's talk about the legal maneuvers. Jay-Z's lawyer, Alex Spiro, has been one of the most vocal and aggressive forces in defending the rapper. Spiro is no stranger to high-profile cases, and he's pulling out all the stops to refute the accusations brought forth in the lawsuit. His approach? Discredit, dismantle, and deflect. During a recent press event, Spiro laid out a detailed presentation designed to poke holes in the accuser's story. From timelines that didn't add up to key details that appear to contradict known facts, Spiro's message was clear. The allegations are not only false, but impossible. He pointed out, for instance, that the accuser described seeing a large video screen outside Radio City Music Hall the night of the alleged incident. But according to Spiro, no such screen existed at the time. But while Spiro's defense may seem airtight to some, others aren't so convinced. Critics have pointed out that the accuser's inconsistencies could easily be chalked up to the passage of time and the trauma of the alleged events. And with the FBI now involved, it's clear that the authorities are taking this case seriously. What's more, the fact that Diddy Combs is also named in the lawsuit complicates matters further. Diddy's ongoing legal troubles, which have already led to his arrest earlier this year, cast a long shadow over Jay-Z's attempts to distance himself from the allegations. After all, the two men have been linked professionally and personally for decades, and their shared history is hard to ignore.
He is very, very dominant. Like, he wants to control the situation. He wants to control his inner circle. He wants to make everyone have a good time and enjoy his parties. And so, it is scary, because you think, this person, or possibly his social network or the people he's around, could make or break your career.
And then there's Beyonce. While Jay-Z's legal team is working overtime to defend him in court, Beyonce's actions, or lack thereof, have become a focal point for fans and critics alike. Known for her carefully curated public image, Beyonce has remained unusually quiet about the situation. But behind the scenes, sources say she's been deeply involved in strategizing how to protect their family's reputation. Some insiders even claim that Beyonce has been urging Jay-Z to take a more proactive approach in clearing his name, worried that his silence could be interpreted as guilt. Others, however, believe her silence is strategic, designed to keep the focus on her upcoming performance schedule and away from the scandal.
Jay-Z got his by his sister-in-law on camera. What's her name? Solange. You got it. The feds ain't step in and do nothing. The feds don't care about you getting your ass whooped.
It's worth noting that this isn't the first time Beyonce and Jay-Z have faced public scrutiny. Their relationship has long been the subject of speculation, from rumors of infidelity to conspiracy theories involving some of the music industry's most shocking tragedies. One particularly persistent rumor involves Jay-Z's alleged connection to the late Kathy White, a publicist who reportedly had a close relationship with the rapper. White's sudden passing in 2011 sparked widespread speculation, with some even suggesting foul play. Although no evidence has ever linked Jay-Z to any wrongdoing, the rumors have refused to fade, fueled in part by his perceived reluctance to address them directly.
That's the both worlds. Nobody talks about that.
Nobody talks about this shit.
Nobody talks about that project.
Swept that smooth under the rug.
Why?
And let's not forget the whispers about Alaya, the beloved artist whose untimely passing in 2001 remains one of the music world's most enduring mysteries. While there's no concrete evidence connecting Jay-Z to her passing, some conspiracy theorists have latched onto the idea that he, along with other industry power players, may have had a hand in shaping the narrative surrounding her final days. These theories, however far-fetched, highlight the extent to which Jay-Z's name has been entangled in some of the most sensationalized stories of the past 2 decades. Adding even more fuel to the fire is the resurfacing of a controversial documentary that explores the mysterious passing of Kathy White, a publicist who allegedly had a close personal connection to Jay-Z. The film, which has gained traction on social media, outlines claims that White's sudden departure in 2011 came shortly after she reportedly revealed sensitive information about her relationship with the rapper. While no official investigation has ever linked Jay-Z to the situation, the timing has been enough to keep conspiracy theorists busy for years. Clips from the documentary, combined with online speculation, have reignited public interest in the case, with many wondering if the FBI's recent searches could uncover new details.
There is so many people involved in this situation that works the machine here, that, Diddy's obviously the head of the whole situation. the king of parties, but there is multiple other people involved that are helping along the situation or, participating in some way.
Social media has also played a huge role in keeping these rumors alive. Platforms like TikTok and Twitter are flooded with videos analyzing Beyoncé and Jay Z's body language, song lyrics, and past interviews for hidden clues that could tie them to larger conspiracies. Some fans have even suggested that Beyoncé's song Daughter contains cryptic references to Kathy White, though this claim is widely disputed. Still, the internet's collective obsession with uncovering the truth has made it nearly impossible for the couple to escape the court of public opinion. As one viral post put it, when there's smoke, there's fire, or at least something someone doesn't want us to see. These theories, though often dismissed as baseless gossip, highlight a deeper issue, the blurred lines between celebrity myth and reality. For years, figures like Jay Z and Beyoncé have cultivated an aura of untouchable perfection, but the cracks in that image are becoming harder to ignore. Whether it's old rumors resurfacing or new allegations making waves, the couple now faces the challenge of confronting narratives they've long worked to keep at bay. And with the FBI now potentially holding evidence that could either clear Jay Z's name or bring new allegations to light, the stakes have never been higher.
I want to start with just the statement from Jay Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
So why do these rumors persist? Part of it has to do with Jay Z's larger-than-life persona. As one of the most successful artists and entrepreneurs of his generation, he's long been seen as a symbol of power and influence. But with great power comes great scrutiny, and for Jay Z, that scrutiny has often taken the form of wild speculation about his personal life and professional dealings. His business rivalries, his rise from the streets of Brooklyn to the heights of financial success, and his marriage to one of the most famous women in the world have all contributed to a mystique that's as captivating as it is polarizing.
Well, Combs is separated from the general population, right? He's was with Sam Bankman-Fried at least, and the irony there is that's someone who was granted bail, tried to tamper with witnesses, so the judge revoked his bail. So that just goes to show how these federal judges feel about witness tampering before trial.
But the issue isn't just about perception. It's also about timing. The entertainment industry is currently undergoing a reckoning, with powerful figures being held accountable for their past actions in ways that were once unimaginable. From lawsuits to federal investigations, the landscape has shifted dramatically, and Jay Z now finds himself at the center of that shift. Whether he's guilty or innocent, the allegations against him are being viewed through the lens of a broader cultural moment, one that demands accountability from even the most untouchable of stars.
Now, he, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, her.
This brings us back to the FBI searches. While the details of what agents were looking for remain under wraps, speculation abounds. Some believe the searches were connected to the lawsuit, with authorities seeking evidence that could corroborate the accuser's claims. Others think the searches may have been part of a larger investigation into the music industry's alleged dark underbelly, with Jay Z and Beyoncé's mansion serving as a potential treasure trove of information. Whatever the case may be, the fact that federal agents felt compelled to conduct such a high-profile search speaks volumes about the seriousness of the situation. And yet, for all legal strategies and public relations efforts, one question looms large. Can Jay Z survive this? His career has weathered its fair share of storms, from the fallout of his public feud with Nas to the backlash over his business dealings with the NFL. But this is different. The stakes are higher, the allegations more damaging, and the scrutiny more intense. If the FBI's investigation leads to charges, it could mark a turning point not just for Jay Z, but for the entire music industry.
Moved her. So, civil complaint. Simply allegations need to be proven in a court of law, but if true, it could rise to the level of criminality, and, we'll see what happens or if the DA looks and investigates.
As the story continues to unfold, one thing is certain. The world will be watching. From the courtrooms to the headlines to social media, every move Jay Z and his team make will be analyzed, dissected, and debated. And with so much at stake, the pressure to get it right has never been greater. Whether this ends in vindication or downfall, it's clear that the saga of Jay Z's legal troubles is far from over. The question now is not just what will happen next, but what it will mean for a man who has spent his entire career building a legacy that now hangs in the balance. So, what do you think? Could the FBI have found something incriminating during their searches at Jay Z and Beyoncé's mansion? And how might Beyoncé's influence shape the outcome of this high-stakes legal battle? Share your thoughts and speculations in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more celebrity gossip and insider details. Until next time, stay tuned.